The use of illegal drugs is often associated with the nighttime economy. Unfortunately, even the most responsible and well-run licensed premises are not immune from the issues surrounding drugs. It is the duty of all licensed premises to create a safe and secure environment for their customers, and to take steps to promote all 4 of the licensing objectives. It is therefore vitally important that all licensed premises remain vigilant when it comes to illegal drugs. Whilst no premises can ensure complete avoidance of drug users and dealers, it is the responsibility of the licence holder and designated premises supervisor to ensure that they are rigorous in attempting to deter the use and supply of drugs. Failure to do so could result in a review of the licence under Section 51 of the Licensing Act 2003. And if the police are satisfied that there is serious crime or disorder associated with the premises, then they could apply for a summary review, whereby interim steps or immediate suspension of the licence could be imposed. Furthermore, under the Misuse of Drugs Act 1971, heavy penalties can be imposed on those who knowingly permit drugs-related activity on their premises. The unchallenged use of drugs on a premises can damage reputation, deter potential customers, and encourage further criminal activity. If drug dealers and users are allowed to gain a foothold in licensed premises, it will have a negative effect on your business.
So, you working this weekend, are you? Or...
Do not bury your head in the sand. If you have a drugs problem, you need to tackle it head on. Otherwise, your premises may get a reputation for allowing drug use, and the problem will only get worse. Remember, turning a blind eye is just the same as permitting. Your personal license could be at risk, as could your premises license if you allow drugs use on licensed premises. All staff should be trained to enable them to identify the signs of drugs misuse. This might be evident because of the discarded materials or paraphernalia left behind by drugs users. For example, drugs may have been wrapped in folded paper or card, tinfoil or cling film, or even sweet wrappers.
Maggie, I just found this in the toilet.
Not again.
It's really doing my head in.
But the physical appearance or behaviour of users and dealers might also attract your attention. If you are suspicious that the premises is being used by drug dealers or is being used by those who consume drugs on the premises, it is important to seek advice and assistance from local police. Early reporting of these suspicions will not be viewed as detrimental to your licence by the police or licensing authorities. Methods of achieving objectives will vary according to company policy and the policies adopted by the agencies, such as the police and local authority.
How you doing, Maggie? You alright?
Thanks for coming in early, Dave.
That's all right, no problem. What's up?
The reason I asked you in is that our cleaners have informed me that they've been finding what looks like drugs paraphernalia in both the men's and ladies' toilets.
Okay, what type of things?
Paper wraps on the floor, powder residue on the toilet systems, and Tracy earlier, she found a little white bag.
Well, as you know, we do our checks on the men's toilets, but we don't have any female door supervisors.
And that's something we will have to discuss with your company because I suspect that it's women customers that are bringing the drugs into the bar.
Okay.
However, in the short term, I'm going to speak to the female bar staff and instruct them to be more visible on the trading areas, clearing tables, and to also make regular checks of the toilets.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I can make sure that one of the guys is in the area when they do it, just in case they need any help.
And I've taken some advice, and I think I need to prepare a drug policy so that everyone knows what's expected of them. This isn't just about guarding the door. Everyone has a part to play. I've already contacted head office, and they are going to review the layout of the bar and CCTV coverage of the whole premises.
Okay, great. And what else do you need from me?
Well, I want a zero tolerance policy from now on. If we find any drugs, even if we find them abandoned in the bar, I want them seized and stored securely and an entry made in the incident book.
Or even small amounts, like for personal use?
Yes, because I think that protects us from any suggestions that the drugs are being recycled. We can use the office safe.
Yeah, we can actually fit a secure drop box at the main doors, so any small amounts can be secured in them, like an amnesty box. And the police will have the only key.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll look into that.
Yeah.
But any significant seizures, particularly if we think the person is dealing, needs to be kept in the safe.
Yeah, sure. And I can get some of those self-sealing bags to secure them in.
Yeah, that's great. And I'll speak to the local police to find out what their policy is regarding either destroying the drugs or retaining them in case there's an investigation.
Great.
Great.
Hello, mate.
Hi, lift your arms up for me, sir.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'll get you set for research. Empty your pockets for me. Just hold it in your hands.
That's perfect. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Can I just wait here for a minute? Is that all right?
Yeah, no problem.
Where an individual is found to be in possession of a controlled substance, a door supervisor can either seize the item and allow entry, seize the item and refuse entry, or seize the item and request that the individual remains present whilst the police are
Know
contacted.
your top pocket.
The police will often indicate which option they prefer, and much will depend on the door staff making a distinction between amounts of drugs intended for personal use and an amount of drugs intended for resale.
Right. I'm afraid I'm going to have to hold you here. I'm going to have to phone the police.
Do you have to call them?
Why? No. Why? You don't need to phone the police,
No,
do you?
it's got to be done now.
Why?
Come on.
No, it doesn't. And this isn't anything to do with me. This is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, seriously.
You're actually
When an illegal substance is seized, the door staff should place the drugs in an evidence bag, seal the bag, and record the incident. Self-sealing evidence bags can be requested from the police. A colleague should always be present to witness the process to protect the integrity of staff against potential allegations.
Hello, is that the police? Oh, hello there. I'd like to speak to someone, please.
Premises should always look to tackle drug-related issues, no matter how small. While staff should be trained to handle such situations, a degree of judgment should be exercised in deciding whether to handle the problem yourself or call the police. Do not put your staff or customers at an unnecessary risk. If you feel that a situation is unsafe, call the police to ask for advice or assistance. A good relationship with well-established lines of communication between the police and your premises will aid in dealing with such issues in a timely manner. An excellent way to maintain a safe environment and to illustrate a proactive approach to deterring drugs is to become an active member of your local Pubwatch. Membership will aid premises in identifying individuals who are linked to drugs use or supply and will ensure that staff are able to prevent such individuals from entering the premises. For more information on this subject, see the British Beer and Pub Association's document, Drugs and Pubs, A Guide to Keeping a Drug-Free Pub, at www.beerandpub.com. Alternatively, visit the Drugs Awareness page in the National Pubwatch Good Practice Pub at www.nationalpubwatch.org.uk.